Hello everybody, it's Waves here, and we are here with the grand final of the Adventuring Party Showdown. We have the Scout, piloted by Killer Cactus, versus the Summoner, piloted by M. Bowers. This is going to be fun. They're just selecting their first fives right now. Let me try to get some music on here. So while we're waiting, I was just going to try to pull up the deck lists. Alright, we got him here. Good luck, have fun, everybody. So the Scout doesn't have the focused Mind Fog Owl, whereas the Summoner has 3 Mind Fog Owl books. They both have the Frostback Bear, and then that's where the similarities end. We have the Gilder and the Emberroot Lizard for the Scout, and we have Ruby Cobra, Salamander Monk, and Three-Eyed Owl for the Summoner. Okay. The Summoner is going to start things off with the Salamander Monk, followed by a Gilder book from the Scout. Looks like the Scout rolled the most basics, so they chose the Summoner to go first. So there could potentially be some potential for a top of round swing. Starting round 2. And oh, poor Scout, meds their first Phoenix Barrage. Alright, the Ruby Cobra coming down. Ruby Cobra book, rather, for the Summoner. And Emberroot Lizard for the Scout. And the Ruby Cobra is out on the field, ready to put on some pressure. We have some other spectators as well watching the game. Lambda and Creve Dog. Alright, Frostback Bear book comes down for the Scout. No surprises there. I imagine we'll see the full 4 books from the Scout. Okay, Frostback Bear from the Summoner. After the previous top 4 match, I was curious as to whether the Summoner would bring along her Frostback Bear this time, and it looks like she has. Frostback Bear being summoned immediately by the Scout. And we see 1 gates thrown open, being meditated away. Interesting. So M. Bowers meditates away Ruby Cobra book to get a free meditation, and then scoops it back up with the Essence Druid. Essence Druid, of course, coming in to block that Frostback Bear. We saw in the top 4 versus ImpossibleGerman's Bard, those Essence Druids being a substantial roadblock to the bears coming in to hit face. There is, of course, the option to Charm Power the Druid to get through, but at least this round, that Charm Power might be used for the the scout's own Mind Fog Owl. We'll have to see. It looks like we have likely 2 nature dice for the Gilder and the Ember Root, and then a charm and probably sympathy for the Mind Fog Owl. Maybe a Frog Ping. Or maybe an Ice Trap as the 5th card. The Ice Trap would trade nicely into the Summoner's Mind Fog Owl. Okay, and Mind Maze is now going down on the Frostback Bear. So, if the Scout wants that Frostback Bear to live, she's going to have to discard her card and spend a dice, which means that the Summoner might be able to get her Mind Fog Owl out after all. If it is a Mind Fog Owl even. No, this card in hand is the Cobra book. Interesting. So no Mind Fog Owl. Perhaps thinking that it will trade very poorly into the Phoenix Barrages and things like Ice Trap. I could definitely see that. Gilder comes out, puts a damage on the Cobra. The Cobra attacks immediately to get that mill and mills off a Raptor Herder. Not bad, not bad. I guess this final card could indeed be a Raptor Herder as well. Okay, the Ember Root comes down. And the Ruby to Cobra book gets played. The Scout waiting as long as possible to reveal whether that Frostback Bear will be out of commission or put back into play. That's what it seems like anyways. ImpossibleGerman has joined the chat as a spectator. So Fiona's plan seems pretty set. Just play all of her summons, but the sequencing of plays and attacks could be critical here. And we're not quite sure yet what the Scout wants to do here. He says. I'm gonna guess that's an Ice Trap or a Raptor. Could also be an Anchor Knot perhaps, or Inflame even. Those are my guesses. Ah, it was a Phoenix Barrage. Interesting. And he chooses to discard it to use that Mind Fog Owl. Oh, that was quite a brutal Mind Maze. We only have one Phoenix Barrage left in the deck now for the Scout. But he will get to use and save that Frostback Bear, which could be key to going over all of these one dice summons. Of course, opting not to start with the Mind Fog Owl. That will make the bears a little bit more dangerous. But here we see a bear swinging at the Ruby Cobra. Let's see if it'll eat up a guard or not. It doesn't. Okay, so Fiona, the summoner, protecting her life total. And we see a Molten Gold meditated. Salamander Monk comes out. How many Moltens are in the deck here? We have 2 Molten Golds in the deck, so there still is 1 left in the deck. Of course, Molten Gold being, I would think, quite potent against someone like Fiona with low life. All of the burn being meditated off. Let's see, how many Sympathy Pains are there left? We have 2 Sympathy Pains as well. Okay, so that's about, well, let's see, 2 Sympathy Pains, 1 Phoenix Barrage, and 1 Molten Gold. That's 9 points of burn damage still in the deck. This will be an interesting end of the round. Each player has some different options. Lulu, of course, could spark this Ember Root and then use a Frog Ping, or could summon a Mind Fog Owl and sort of let that Gilder hopefully spark up this Ember Root Lizard in a way. Okay, it is the Spark that comes out. The Ember Root is going to attack the Salamander and ignite to destroy the exhausted Ruby Cobra. Of course, those Ruby Cobras can be quite devastating to the deck, and Lulu would like to rely on those burn spells to finish up the game. So now, with the Ember Root exhausted, the summoner swings out at the Gilder to try to get that token out of there. And also avoid being sparked. Okay, Lulu guards to keep that Gilder alive. Of course, that Gilder would be nice if it could stay around. Okay, discards the Spark to get rid of that exhausted Salamander Monk Spirit. Of course, the Spark plus the Frog Ping, not enough to take out the Frostback Bear in 1 round. Now, the Frostback Bear can swing over top of the Gilder, but the Essence Druid cannot. Lulu's guard is already out, though. Let's see what will transpire. Okay, a frog comes down on the bear. He could have had 2 damage on the bear. So the bear, yep, goes and takes out that Ember Root Lizard. And I suspect then the Essence Druid will take out the Gilder. And round 1 is finished. It looks like the Summoner has a bit of an edge. An Essence Druid up, but with only 3 books. Now she can always draw into those books later, But the 4 books being a bit of an advantage here, and of course 3 of these books actually having a book tax, means that these are pretty high quality summons. I mean, Ruby Cobra and Salamander Monk are no slouch though. So, yeah, we'll see. Well, now the Scout's Frostback Bear can trade favorably into the Summoner's Frostback Bear. Meditation going down. Another gate's thrown open. Meditated out of the deck. Probably not the worst thing to be meditated out of the deck, honestly. It could probably help against mill, so you're not using so many cards from hand, but there's a lot of dice that could be spent on the battlefield. Okay, so the Summoner gets a Mindfog Owl book. That's excellent for her, because now it's 4 book to 4 book. The life total is actually even. And the 3rd and final Phoenix Barrage being meditated. Just before the Mindfog Owls hit the table too. This is some bad luck for the Scout for sure. We'll have to see if she can find a way to turn this around. So a Raptor Herder and its Raptor Hatchling come down, and the Salamander immediately comes out to block any wide swings. Yeah, that Mind Maze round 1 was extremely potent. An Emberroot Lizard comes down now. Let's see, a Spark next turn and an attack could get some damage through. With the Emberroot being able to destroy the Salamander Monk. Of course, I would expect the Essence Druid to then kill the Emberroot Lizard there. So the Emberroot wouldn't be able to get value, but it would get 3 damage through. Okay, interesting. Salamander Monk attacking the Emberroot Lizard, expecting this play and wanting to get its value in before it gets destroyed by Ignite. Now there is a Frostback Bear yet to be summoned from the Scout, so it'll be interesting to see if an attack does come through, whether the Essence Druid will block or not. There are Charm Dice, a Charm Power available to try to get through the Essence Druid with a bear. Of course, there are also Charm Dice on this side to lessen the swing of the bear as well. Alright. Inflame. Interesting. So it looks like the Essence Druid will have no choice but to exhaust herself and kill the Emberroot. And 3 damage getting onto Fiona, the Summoner. The Raptors. Yeah. Okay, so a Ruby Cobra is coming out now. It'll be interesting to see who the Ruby Cobra targets. Now, a Gilder plus Frog Ping could just end that Ruby Cobra's life. But doubtless with Fiona, there's opportunities to get another if the summoner thinks that her win condition could be through decking. Frostback Bear hits the field here. We'll have to see what the scout thinks is the best course of action against all the summoner's minions. Whether to go through to face or to keep these cobras in check. So, Ruby Cobra attacking the Frostback Bear. It looks like the summoner wants to keep these bears down. The bear just takes the damage but doesn't counter and then swings to face. Oh, a Sympathy Pain being taken by the Cobra. I missed that. Now with only one Sympathy Pain and one Molten Gold left in the deck. That's 5 points of burn. And, oh, Nature's Wrath. A nasty Nature's Wrath. Sweeping the field. Very nice with the Salamander Monk as well. Alright, the Gilder comes out to make sure that that Salamander Monk Spirit won't have easy prey in the exhausted Frostback Bear. So the Scout was able to punch through quite a bit of damage this round. But the Summoner might have some counter damage coming. It looks like the Scouts burned through more of her dice earlier in the round. In order to get that damage through. Does the Summoner have any healing? 2 Generosities and 2 Redirects. So the Sympathy Pain isn't guaranteed to get through. Redirects. The Molten Gold's the only guaranteed burn here, and there's also 4 points of healing, so we'll see. A Mind Fog Owl comes out to greet the Summoner's Mind Fog Owl. And Frostback Bear comes out as well. There is a frog available to clear up this Frostback Bear if need be. Okay. Mind Fog has been sparked and is attacking the Frostback Bear. Let's see if Fiona will guard here. No. Protects her life total and the 2 units trade. So, what will Fiona do? She has an Enchanted Violinist to clean up the Frostback Bear instead and mill another card which is Exhortation. How many Exhortations? There's 2 Exhortations in the deck, so there's still 1 Exhortation left. Now the Summoner's turn with 1 Charm Power dice left. You could potentially use that to lessen the blow from this Mind Fog Owl, so that it couldn't kill the Gilder or get through for 2 damage. Yep, that's what he does. I imagine we'll see Ingenuity and another Frostback Bear out here, but we'll have to see what the summoner will choose to do. But when the dust settles after this second round, it looks like the summoner is quite a ways ahead on the battlefield, but a little bit behind on life. It might be tough for the scout to stabilize without the Phoenix barrages. Okay, Ingenuity discards Exhortation in order to unexhaust Frostback Bear and puts another Frostback Bear into play. B. Perusis has entered the chat as a spectator. We also see Clue and V. Jackson joining us. And Frostback Bear punches through over the Gilder for 2 damage. So fairly even on life, but a massive battlefield advantage for the summoner. I would say things look very grim for the scout, but it's too late, too early to call it. That is for certain. We do have some AoE that the scout is packing. None of which have been discarded yet. 3 Mist Typhoons. Alright, we have a nice Mind Fog Owl, Ruby Cobra attack, and that gets the Sympathy Pain, second Sympathy Pain. Very rough for the scout if she was hoping to use the burn plan. It seems here like Mel is like a very soft counter to burn. It can pull out, I mean, maybe a soft counter to a burn endgame plan where you're relying on burn spells to finish the game. It might just be how things turned out here, but we have a redirect come through to prevent 2 of that damage and deal it to the Gilder. Very nice. Very nice play. That is 1 redirect gone from the scout. So she has 1 more. And Brute Lizard coming into play. Massive growth on the bear, becoming a massive threat immediately. Huh. I do kind of wonder if a meditate up to charm power would have been nice there if he was aiming to punch through, but maybe he's fine just leaving this bear here until later. There might not be a lot of removal that can come through. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of removal that can catch this massive growth bear out. So Mind Fog Owl comes out to block Very massive frostback bear. He had the crescendo. That's why he didn't do that. So crescendos the Mind Fog Owl and hits for 6. Massive punch to the scout. The summoner has enlarged her creations to epic proportions. I wonder if the summoner has any way to unexhaust a massive growth bear. No, doesn't look like it. Alright, so the Embrute Lizard being sparked and the Enchanted Violinist being taken out before she can sing her or play her Song of Sorrow. Essence Druid punching through for 2, and the Scout's down to 3 health remaining. Things look very grim for the Scout. Let's see if she can find some way out. The Summoner also fairly low on health. 8 HP remaining, of course. That's a far cry from the 3 health of the Scout. But with Molten Gold, that is 5 health remaining, so there might be some way. We'll have to see, though. But the Summoner has a Molten Gold of her own, and that is it! The Summoner! The Summoner is the first champion of the Adventuring Party Showdown. I think not many people would have expected that, at least until we saw the pilot. M. Bowers coming on to show everyone how to use a little ingenuity. Put everyone's minds in a maze. Even still, I don't think many people would have bet on the Summoner coming out on top in this tournament, but so it is. Oh, that's amazing, man. Fiona has won a tournament. Good game, well played to both players. Big congrats to Killer Cactus and M. Bowers for making it to the finals of the first season of the Adventuring Party Showdown. And a huge congrats to M. Bowers for piloting Fiona the Summoner all the way to victory. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to doing more of these in the future. And now with Adventuring Party 4 decks out, ImpossibleGerman's posted them and everything, I think we could get an even bigger tournament for next time. So this has been a blast. Not only just watching the games, but mostly just watching the chatter in the Discord channel. All the roleplay that's been going on and the hilarious stuff that all the players have been saying, getting into character a bit. So, yeah. Massive thanks. Massive thanks again to ImpossibleGerman for creating all these pre-made decks that people can just jump in and we can have a cool little thematic tournament like this. And thank you everyone, all the players especially, who jumped in immediately, filled up the tournament, and yeah, it was just really fun to see everyone hop on board and sort of put my little mind experiment to a test. And I think it turned out really well. So thanks to everybody, and we'll see you back next time we do this. I don't exactly know when it is, but if you're on the Discord, you will be able to know. If you're not on the Ashes Discord and want to play Ashes, then you should definitely do that. A great group of people, amazing community, and an amazing game as well. with amazing resources like Ashteki to play for free with all of the cards, like seamlessly against people. Just amazing job, Dijon. And an amazing website by Skak where there's a deck builder and all the cards and everything, so you can just very easily and intuitively create your decks. So yeah. Anyways, I'll quit rambling. See you next time.